Hey everyone, so we're up to the fourth color in the rainbow, which is green. I used, what's this color? The silver green from my Crayola. So, I used the silver green. I didn't get any bats from Inglot, and the only light green they had was a yellow green. So to tone it down a little bit, I used a, like a minty sea green. So 477DS is that light green. And I'm gonna place that on there. It's still gonna look like a yellow green, but at least it'll be just a wee tad toned down from the yellow, just the tiniest bit. I put that Crayola mostly on the lid, and I put some on top, and I just kind of like blended out the top part just to make it easier to apply the second green, which is 58 AMC. I had a hard time getting it to apply, and I think it's the brush I'm using. This is really more of a blending brush. But I like the softness of the application that this kind of a brush offers. There you go. 496DS. This is a whiter color than the 453 Pearl, but like I said, these double sparkles and AMC, they're like mattes with glitter in them, and I don't want the overpowering pearl as my highlight, at least not for these looks anyway. And as usual, you reapply without putting any more product on the brush. After you've put the highlight on, you reapply the contour to blend it out a little bit better. Because a lot of times the highlighter takes a lot of it off. This pencil, this is like one of the few last things I bought from MAC, probably about 2 years ago. Haven't bought MAC in 2 years. Well, no, last year I did get something I really, really wanted. It's gorgeous. But this is called Undercurrent. And these were like the first ones to sell out. Because I think every year they come out with their Pearl Glide pencils. And this is more of a... At first I wasn't going to get it because it looks like a teal. But it's got a ton of gold sparkle, making it a green. And out of all the greens I had, this was the greenest... the truest green I seem to have. The other ones were more of a blue, had more of a blue tone to it. There were cooler, darker greens than this one, which is kind of like I said, it's kind of like a teal to me. And I didn't want it to come out teal. I just wanted true greens. So I'm putting that on top and on the bottom. It's a beautiful color. I got the last one they had. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is go into '57 AMC, which is a darker green than that top green. And I'm just going to smooth out that bottom line. And try to smooth out the top line as well, because again, I don't want any blue tones whatsoever. So adding that darker green is going to help to, tone any blue tones in that. Now this is the first time I'm afraid to, I remember, if you remember last year for my birthday, or for Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, I got the Makeup Forever mascara in the colors, and I didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want to use them because this is my primer. I took the cap off to get more out of it, so it's a little bit messy right now. The actual brush is a little bit messy. But when trying this without a primer, the color didn't show as much. It's a beautiful green. I decided I was going to do it for these looks, use them. The reason why I tried to stay away from using them until I was ready to actually use them on a regular basis is because once you try them out, first of all, you know the saying that you're only allowed to keep them for 3 months, and I didn't want to put bacteria in them. And 2 is that they dry out so easily, these colored mascaras. Like once you open it, any little bit of air that goes in just dries them out. So in using this, trying this mascara out this week, I noticed that it's gorgeous on here, but as you can see, it still looks black. Using a primer with it brings out more of the color. And I had gotten my daughter the Estee Lauder color mascaras, and I got her one actually, and it's green. You put that on your eyes, you have green lashes. Whereas this, surprisingly, it's a gorgeous dark green, but it looks black. Putting the primer underneath makes some of the green show, but it looks like it's not going to pick up on camera. So the good part of this, what's that called, the pros, is that it lives up to the smoky lash. To me, the best mascara I've ever tried is this one. It really does thicken my lashes, but the con is you can't see the color. And as usual, I'm getting mascara onto my eyeshadow. So I am going to finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, so this is the finished look. I use graffiti in my inner, on the inner part of the bottom eyes. I used my yayo for my waterline. I used peach for my blush, and my daughter had purchased this. This is from Mehron. We got this at the costume shop back in North Carolina. I haven't found any here. I don't know. I'm sure there are. And it's just a green lipstick. Being in Houston, it's so hot. My liners are softer and so are my lipsticks, and that was just like sliding on and not really staying on. So you can see right there, like you can see my skin. So I put a lip primer on to keep it there. Just put a little bit of this on. But anyway, so that's what I did. The next color in the rainbow is blue, and so that's what I'll be doing next week, is using my blues. So yeah.